I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of sick right now. And to cheer me up this week, I decided to watch some of my favorite movies. And then I realized I don't know what my favorite movies are, and it kind of freaked me out. I mean, the question of, oh, what's your favorite film? It gets thrown around all the time. But every time I get asked it, I just freeze. I don't know what to say. It sounds kind of stupid, but to pick just one film to say is your all-time favorite is kind of a big commitment. I know that sounds really stupid, but it makes sense. Even just picking 5 or 10 top favorites is, I mean, that's like 5 films. You know how many films there are? Yeah, me neither. There's a lot, okay? On my letterbox, my bio even says, don't trust my favorites because they're probably going to change. And yeah, that's true. The films on my favorites, while I like them all, I don't really want to say that they are my favorites, if that makes sense. So, as I sat there, trying to figure out what film or films I would class to be my favorites, my mind went blank. What if I just don't have a favorite? What if I simply just enjoy movies? And yeah, that's one way to look at it, but still, the question of what's your favorite movie still crops up. And I've tried saying, oh, I couldn't just pick one, but then that's always followed up by even more questions. Well, I mean, what are some of your favorite? I don't know the answer to any of these questions. I used to tell myself that I could just pick one film from each genre and say, this is my favorite of this genre, this is my favorite of this genre, but no, even that doesn't work. Picking just one film from each genre is just too hard. For example, say if I wanted to pick one film from the fantasy genre, then maybe I could say, I don't know, Fellowship of the Rings. That makes sense, I like that movie. But then I could also say something like House. I love House. I couldn't pick just one between them two for the fantasy genre. Okay, let's just say I were to just pick one movie like most sane people, just to make everything easier. Well, there's a couple of issues with that too. You see, not to sound like pretentious or anything, but say if I picked a film as my favourite and it was some like weird obscure film that not many people have heard of, and then someone says, oh, what's your favourite film? And I'm like, oh, it's this. That's then going to be followed up with all these questions like, wait, what? What's that film? Oh, that sounds cool. Can you explain it? And then you got to explain this weird, obscure film. And so, I don't really know. And also, what happens if I change my opinion? People change, and so do opinions. And it makes sense to change what your favorite movie is because, you know, that happens. If I pick a film as my favorite and say, hey, everyone, Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed is my favorite movie ever, and I go around and everyone knows me as the Monsters Unleashed guy, but then all of a sudden the next week I change my mind and I say no, Scooby-Doo WrestleMania Mystery is my favorite movie now. Cookie? Then everyone's not gonna know that I'm the WrestleMania Mystery guy, you know what I mean? Honestly, I feel like I'm missing the point. Your favourite film isn't the film that you think is the best or most well-made film. Your favourite film is just whatever you enjoy. It's a film that you can always go back to. A film that you personally relate to and can find comfort on days when you're just not feeling too good. And you know what? Have as many favourites as you want. Hell, I'm gonna make a list. Go look at my letterbox and there'll be a big list of favourites somewhere. So yeah, have as many as you want. Who's gonna stop? Anyway, I gotta get back to watching Ghibli movies and feeling sorry for myself. Oh, and subscribe if you want. You don't have to.